Welcome back, boys. Today is a little bit of a different video. I thought I would, just have a little talk about like the state of the world affairs, what is going on. I don't know what the title is gonna be. It's probably gonna be like friendship, relationships, dating, economy, whatever it may be, so that people can, find the video. But anyway, I have some gameplay here. I shot a previous video, but the recording it got messed up. The audio was completely destroyed. So I'm still in the same world. I haven't progressed much, but anyway, I wanted to talk about the state of the world. Like what is going on? Why is it the way it is? Why is it that we have things like the loneliness epidemic going on, which is real? People, especially on like TikTok and Instagram, I see, especially TikTok, like people clown on the idea that men can be lonely in today's society, and it's like, well, you created the world, like you are a man, this is your world, like it is your fault. It's like, yeah, I mean, that's a really bad look to have, to say to an 18-year-old kid. You know, if you're 18 or like you're fresh, you're a new adult, you're a fresh adult, 19, 20 years old, and you get told like, yo, you are the problem. Everything in society is your fault. Like, it's not your fault that people are just generally standoffish. You can't get, there are no male mentors for you. People don't look out for each other anymore in society anymore. But it's your fault. It's your fault, man. Unlucky. It's your fault. You are the problem with everything in the world. That is basically what is being said. And I think people are just pissed off. They're just tired of it, man. I see pretty much everything I can see that is wrong with society. There's of course a lot of info that I do not have. So there's a lot of ideas that I haven't had yet, but I'm learning. And what I've seen is, I just want to talk about what I've seen is society nowadays. The lack of empathy between people, and kind of like people don't feel like humans anymore. They they wake up, they get their coffee, they go to work, they drive home, they watch like a little Netflix, and then they go to sleep. Or they watch a little YouTube and then they go to sleep. Like that is the routine of so many. That used to be my routine as well. And it's such a sad way to live life. You're supposed to have bonds. You're supposed to have, ideally, you're supposed to have family. You're supposed to have friends. You're supposed to have a woman. You're supposed to have children as a man. Or as a woman, you can think about your position. You're supposed to have the other stuff that is ideally. This is what you're supposed to have ideally to have a decent life. But nowadays, people don't have anything. They don't have social skills. Nobody has empathy for each other. The men don't act like men in women's eyes. The women don't act like women in men's eyes. And there's such a like dysfunctional relationships going on. There's so many like dysfunctional relationships going on, I should say, where people who shouldn't kind of be together, they are. It's a very weird match, because nobody is serious. There are no stakes in a modern world when it comes to relationships. There is no end goal. Nobody is financially well off enough. Men especially, there are a lot of them who are just broke. They can't offer a woman a certain type of lifestyle, and women, they started treating men with contempt. They go on dating apps, they go on social media, and they get showered with this attention, where they start to treat all men with contempt. It's like, you can't buy me this bag, you can't provide me a certain lifestyle. Well, you're not a real man. That's pretty much what men are hearing right now. And you know, I don't blame dudes really that go for this like men going their own way type of way, right? They go their own way. I don't care about women. I don't care about this and this and that. I'm fine being alone. I don't blame them. When you look at modern women and the state of them, oof, I don't blame you. Like, dating market is cooked now. People generally are cooked. Nobody has empathy. Nobody can understand each other. Nobody. I mean, no. There's women that, especially like these 19, 20, like 19, 20, 21-year-old chicks, they can't go 2 seconds without using some kind of slang like lul, xd, like some kind of brain rot term, right? I talk to these chicks. I've slept with some of these chicks. Like they're just incredibly boring. They have no personality. They have no hobbies. They have no interests. It seems all they ever do is just consume, consume, consume. And that is such a sad way to live as a human. And, you know, I meet sometimes older chicks, older women. You know, they're like edging, soon they'll be 30-ish, like 28, whatever. 28, 29, whatever. These types of women, and they're so much more pleasant to be with, to talk to go on dates with. You know, maybe I'm an idiot, you know, but there's something weird happening, bro, where people, they're not people anymore. Like, they just don't operate as people. They're not socialized properly to be like functioning adults in today's society. For lack of a better term, they're cooked. Like that is what they are. And I don't know what is going on. It's a very difficult way, or it's a very difficult world to navigate nowadays. I don't blame dudes for opting out. I don't, but you shouldn't give up. That's kind of, I'm never ever gonna subscribe to any kind of like defeatist mentality of like, oh yeah, bro, it's over. You should just give up. Like a nihilist, black pill loser. You know, yeah, dating is destroyed. Like, women's hypergamy is cooked because of dating apps. You have to be this and this and that for a woman to even look at you. I don't believe it. Just show a little personality. Yeah, and I don't mean your looks. I mean, like, show the woman, if she is, you need a little looks. I am not an idiot. You do need a certain amount of looks to get in through certain doors. But if you act like an idiot and you can't make the woman relax, this is the problem with a lot of men. They can't make the woman relax. The woman is always tense and on guard. And that's why a lot of dudes get frustrated. They're like, yo, what's up? The woman doesn't show no interest. She doesn't do anything. She doesn't like me, but it's like, you're an idiot. See that? There's a lot of dudes who act like idiots and they expect something. And that is the complete wrong mentality to have, my friend. Expect nothing, pretty much. Have a, you know, outcome independence and abundance mentality when speaking to women. That works. Just don't care about the woman, and the woman will be like, what? You say all this like crazy stuff in your opinions and you show your personality, and it's like, you don't like me? You don't want me? Huh. I guess I'm gonna have to put in a little effort. It's almost like these women do that. And it's like, bro, these women, sometimes they just throw themselves at you. I'm not gonna lie. Now, are they the most high quality women? No, probably not, but at least you can get some female attention. Right? But the prerequisite is to not be an idiot. To not be like an overly serious, you know, why so serious? You know, it's people don't know me, but it's very funny for me to say it specifically. It's very funny for me to say, it's like, don't be too serious. I used to be that. And, you know, people don't really like that, especially women. Don't be too serious with the girls. You're gonna scare them. Then nothing will happen. And then, yeah, don't be a weirdo around the girls. Don't be too serious, you know, banter a little, laugh a little. What else? Right, don't pick like the most like leftist, like liberal Kamala Harris voting type of chicks, if you know what I mean. These types of women, they have a problem with not just men, with humanity as a whole. They have like a major issue, but yeah, it's pretty cooked, I'm gonna be honest. So yeah, man, they're like these feminist type of chicks, and the thing is, they don't go well. Feminist beliefs doesn't go well with, you know, a normal traditional relationship, because you can't hold them to like a womanly standard. They can have all the standards in the world for men and what they should do and how they should act, and you're not a real man, you need to do this and this and that. But you try to tell a woman, hey, yo, don't wear that, don't do that, you know, like, you want to be in a relationship with me, woman, like, don't behave and say those types of things.